meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Now then, so we got parked up. We're in Scunny at the moment, and we're parked up at a subscriber and a YouTuber's house. Can't remember, did we say in the video, Archie, on the way here when we was driving, what we was doing? Can't remember now. We've come to crack it up now. It's the next day and it's hot. Oh, it's a scorcher today, isn't it? We woke up about 7:30 sweating. So yeah, we're videoing a bus today. He's going to be living in it full time. Obviously it's not built. He bought the bus, he started doing his YouTube channel, and then Corona hit, and he works online with public, with all sorts of little businesses, from doing, you know, working in pubs and stuff like that, from karaoke, all sorts, discos. Yeah, and they got hit big time, all the money stopped, so he's putting it on hold. But it's a big long project they're doing, a few years. So yeah, we thought, well, we're in the area anyway because we're going to Camp Cozy, just watch the table, for a party weekend because it's his birthday on Sunday. I think he's 60, ain't you, John? So I don't know, he might be old, he might be 70. I think he just looks young. I said karma's going to get him back, didn't I? So but yeah, we're going to give you a little tour around his bus. It might just, you know, inspire some other people, and then we'll get Steve on camera and just have a little chat. Why he chose a bus, because he was looking at all sorts of other things, and then just went, oh, that come past us, and that'll do us for living in. So yeah, we'll check out his bus. It's going to be a big design. It's going to have a car that goes in the back of it, like a little sports car and everything. So yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a good build when it's finished. And the other thing I was thinking of as well is it links to a lot, if a lot of you watching Facebook and places like that, there's a massive campaign from councils now about wild camping. I mean, a lot of it's rubbish. They can't enforce a lot of the rules. They're just doing threats. I know this. I've been challenged many a time. Never had anything. Back in one of my issues, I got threatened with £1,000 COVID fine. We played them at the buff, and they've just got a warning letter because that's all they couldn't enforce it. It's rubbish, a lot of it. And the same with Sea Life Centre. That's been challenged with the council, and the council admitted they are unenforceable. They can't find anyone parking at the Sea Life Centre. That's all in emails. You know, people have challenged them. So it's just a big scare tactic to stop people from going to places at the moment. But the idea with doing this, what I'm doing now, staying at thing, I did ask about it before, looking for park ups, is maybe like once a month do a trip to, you know, a subscriber's place and check out and film their truck and have a look around. You know, it's just another, you know, maybe if it's not too far, because at the moment I'm trying to save up. I'm going to do another link about it, but yeah, I've got to buy 2 new tyres. There's a new law coming out about a 10-year law, so for my next MOT I'd have to have 2 new tyres. That's going to be about £2,000. So yeah, so a lot of big trips, like right up to Scotland, which I'd love to do. I might not be able to afford to at the moment this year. I need to probably do some overtime. But yeah, if anyone is interested in doing like a little either meetups or something like that, in some safe locations, I might start doing like that, and then trying to keep away from councils and under the radar a bit. We've got a few little camp spots at the moment, so it's just better to. This year's going to be a weird year. So anyway, babbling on. We'll talk about all this in another video, I think. I'll do a few more talk ones. I've made a big list today of all sorts. So today, yeah, we're gonna check out Olive. And I don't know if you can see her behind me. There she is. Where's Olive? And we're camped right outside. So yeah, we'll go and show you around. Alright, so here we are, guys. This is Steve and Gemma's. Well, they're their bus. And they're on YouTube as Coach Home UK. I'll put some links in. But yeah, they've named their bus Olive. It's in one of the latest videos. So we've just been off for the park up for the night. We had a Chinese and stuff last night. There's a little mini me playing with the dogs. Are you up? The dog trying to get out behind you, aren't she?
You can't get out now.
Oh dear, we want to come and play. So yeah, they've had the whole driveway done so they can get this on. So here's Olive. She's a big girl, a little bit bigger than mine. So yeah, their plans are to live in this full time eventually, and at the moment they've totally gutted it. So here we go, here's Steve.
Hi! I heard you say totally gutted it, yeah.
Yeah,
Understatement.
as you can see, not a lot left. And that's Gemma.
You're getting a preview because this isn't
Yeah.
in our video yet. We haven't done the floor drop yet.
So we're doing a before and after video, so we're coming back in a month.
Oh,
And it'll all be finished.
This bit of wood might be on here by then.
So, what's your plans then for the truck?
Immediately, this with this header tank. I'll show you where that was. It was on a frame here, so it was actually that high outside. The floor's going to go there, so it was quite high. It was originally underneath the front seat, the front passenger seat, so you couldn't see it, and it was out of the floor by about there. But now we've dropped it; it's miles away. So the plan is to stick it there. Oops. Stick it there and insulate it, because obviously there's going to be some air coming that way, and then I've got the fan for the demister going in there, so hopefully, and then the dash should actually come fairly low. But I'm trying to sort out the final bits of piping, all this piping down. Plus there's that T
Is there
piece.
a good bit?
There was this piece here. There was a load coming up that went all the way around the coach for the passengers' heating.
Yep.
And we've cut all that line out. So I've had to connect there, but there's that many going back into the engine and back out and then back in again. We took a bit of working out. This is the last piece. I've just made this, and that should go in there. So that's going to go in there, and then a rubber goes to that one. So this will connect that, and that should, fingers crossed,
Should.
be completely done, yeah.
Just a little bit of wiring then.
Oh, this was a nightmare. This was, the whole piece was up here. Most of them, all those that I've taken out, were for all the electrics in the top of the coach.
Yeah, a bit like when you, these people convert ambulances.
Yeah, all their electrics.
They'd rip out about a ton of electrics.
Absolutely. Well, there's still this. I've kept this loom because I didn't really know what it was all about, but I think I can get rid now.
Right.
We've decided that it's definitely not needed with what we need, so that's going to go. And most of this. The thing is, when they build these coaches, they're for like 7 or 8 different models.
Yeah.
With different things in. So there's a lot of, and I don't see the point in keeping it.
No. So what's your layout plans going to be like then in here?
Ooh, right.
You've already got a little thing for the back end, don't you? Which is going to be a bit.
Yes, that's that. Well, I don't know whether we should say that. Should we?
Oh, should we keep that?
Telling the top secret. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, go on. We're putting a car in the boot. We're actually putting a car under the bedroom in the boot. So that's the next job. After we've got the thing running again with all the water, we're going to turn it round and start cutting the boot apart. So yeah, car's going in the boot. This is going to be the living room. This is the only part we're not really sorted on, set up. We think seating down here into an L shape. L shape here, log burner in the corner, and then whatever TV area, that sort of thing. But then we're looking at a bit of an intricate. We don't just want the galley to go all the way down. So you've just got the galley. We want it so it's a little bit walk around. So the idea we're thinking, and it may change, is from the living room you walk across here, and then there's like a walkway down the side of the kitchen.
All right, I've got an idea for you.
Yeah.
Look at narrowboat layouts.
All right.
Because they're the same. Like in mine was sort of weaved around,
right.
And some do go down the side, and that might give you an idea because how to do bathrooms and bits on it, and you know, separate rooms.
We're thinking of the kitchen going down there, coming out, and then having an extra piece here. So we walk down here, and then we can walk into the kitchen there. So we're literally walking in, and we've got the kitchen around us. So, and then obviously your eating areas there. So that's a bit of a.
I mean, you've already got skylights in, so that's a bonus.
Yeah.
Shame you can't open the windows.
Yeah, they all lift up. Oh, the side windows.
Yeah, the side windows
Actually,
would be
to be
nice.
fair, you know when we was talking about inside here and having, you know, you was about the glass. It's actually not that hot in here.
No. It's I think these are quite good at a certain amount of heat, but they're only double glazed.
Yeah.
You feel heat on them. But yeah, it was a thought whether to.
You've ruined the front one.
Yeah, I splashed a few of them with grinders,
Oh dear.
so there's a little bit. This is
Will
again
they
one-
polish it? Can you get them buffed out, glass? I don't know.
Possibly. Yeah, you can see it all on that. Well, you probably can't with the camera. So then that's the kitchen, and then we were thinking of coming down this side and having a full bathroom there.
Yeah.
Emma wants a bath, but we may not have a bath yet. But it'll be a big shower.
Again, have you seen them baths like you can sit in them?
Yeah. It'll probably be a shower unit.
It's
with
like a
that.
shower unit
Yeah,
over them, but you
with
can
that,
actually sit. It's like a shelf, and there's like a little door on it. You can walk into.
Yeah.
You can get them for narrowboats as well.
Yeah.
But you can find them cheap.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. Do you like your bath? And we've got a fair bit of water.
Oh, go for a full size one. Get jacuzzi.
Yeah,
Yay! If you got this much,
You can fit one of these.
well, this is. I mean, this must be 2.5 times the size of what I've got.
Yeah.
All right, I
So
ain't got.
It's 12, just over 12 metres long.
Well, there you go. I mean,
Just
mine's
under 3 metres
5.2 meters long, to the max of it, right to the back. But
Yeah.
you got a hell of a lot more room
Yeah.
and a car in
And
it.
then obviously this floor, where I'm stood now, this is the original floor. That's going to go down to what you can see. And then it's going to come up about here, just behind the wheels. And then that is going to be probably about this height to get the car in the boot. But I want to do the ramp first, drive a car in,
Yeah.
and then do it exactly.
Any ideas
like
on
that.
cars?
MX-5 will fit. It's the length I'm struggling with. I've only found, because I've got just 3 metres.
Probably a convertible you want to get the
Yeah.
height as
Yeah.
low as possible.
Well, that's it. The MX-5 is good because it's the windscreen, because you can't drop the
Maybe
windscreen.
modify it so the windscreen comes off.
Yeah. And the smallest one we found is a smart roadster.
Yeah.
They're really tiny. So yeah, that will easily fit. I have actually found an off-road racer as well, but they are, how much was it? 30 grand.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm putting 30 grand in the boot.
So the other question is, why a bus?
3 dogs. 3 dogs. It was 2 ferrets, 2 lizards, 2 rats, yeah, and a parrot. Now we're down to 3 dogs and a parrot. So yeah, 3 dogs is the main thing. And we had a look at motorhomes and campers, and the campers were small. You had to move this, put that down there, and sit down there, and then you could lay, and you're always moving stuff about. So
Yeah.
when we went to look at the American things, we actually had to take our shoes off at one point to walk into a big American.
I looked at lots, so like the fifth wheel
Yeah.
trucks as well with the, with a 4x4. I thought, oh, that's quite handy, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
big. They're big as well.
Well, it was only going to be this.
Yeah.
It was one like this, and it was how much? 1.2 million.
Ridiculous.
What did the show was around? Did I look like I've got 1.2 million to spend? Yeah, I got 1.2 thousand to spend. So yeah, it's that. I just thought on the way home from looking at these things, a busload of
Stop.
pensioners
You can't run in it.
came past us. They
Oh,
drove
they've
past us.
been on like a day trip.
Yeah, they've been on a day trip.
Yeah.
And I went, that's what we need, jokingly.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, actually, that is what we need. That would be fantastic. So that's where it happened. And about 9 months later, we drove this back from
It did
Scotland.
take you a while to find one though, didn't it?
Yeah, we went through 28
Yeah.
bushes.
Sit.
Something like that.
Stop lifting it.
But, yeah, so I mean, I expected to have it done in a year,
Dangerous.
but life gets in the way.
Yeah, well,
Finances.
this is the problem, like with this COVID
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Now
It's
we just can't afford anything.
You little hamster.
So it's going to have to be the bits that I can build without spending money.
yeah,
Luckily, we were sponsored with the wood. We were sponsored with the gravel that was stood on, so we could bring it home. If you've seen that in our video.
So what other things you sort of after? Like I say, just in case any of my subscribers have got anything laid around, any old insulation and stuff like that.
Insulation, we're looking at the spray, but again, it depends
Oh, you
when
get
it
it-
gets to that.
Spray foam in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
spray foam in it.
No.
I have got a guy he's reduced it. Any van owners out there that are at this sort of stage ready for insulation, he said if I can get another 3 vans, not necessarily buses, 3 vans, he'll give us all a better discount.
Oh right.
So, yeah.
And where's he based? Is he?
Where's he? Manchester, I think.
Oh right.
Yeah, he's out of
So-
Manchester. But he's van based, so
Yeah.
he'll just come out and park them all down here and do it in the day. The main things we've got now is tools. The tools we're struggling with. I was, again, if you've seen the videos, I was at my mate's garage with his welder, which is a massive great welder, did all this lot.
Yeah.
But he's just too busy in there and we can't get in. I was managing to get in for a Sunday afternoon, and that's no good. I want to get on.
Yeah.
That's not that much.
Yeah, that's why that's not done, because we just couldn't quite get it finished. So yeah, the biggest thing I've got now is a drop saw for these to cut the wood and
Yeah.
weld it, weld up. So yeah. Well, don't really know. What have I put on? All the little bits and bobs I've got lists and lists, lighting and cameras and electrical bits.
Well, basically, you need everything.
Yeah, and it's trying to. You seem to do a job that makes 5 more jobs.
Yeah.
That you've got to do first. So you constantly
When you're converting, this is why I went for a complete build. You know, from scratch. So there's none of this stripping everything out and then finding all the problems, fixing all that, and using your money to fix that, then build it.
Yeah,
and
then not having any money.
you
to
know,
actually
I mean,
do
just
it.
things like, you know, doing the work to put a car in the back of it is going to eat up a
Yeah.
hell of a budget. Then you've got to buy a car as well to do it.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, we started out
You know,
okay.
just get a quad. You can get road going
That's-
quads.
Again,
There you go.
That's the other idea. Yeah. Although quads are still quite tall.
Yeah, not too.
Yeah. Well, that yeah. I mean, when we get to the stage where we've got to make that decision,
Yeah.
we'll make the decision. And it's usually you have to make the decision because you can't do any of the others. So if we get to a stage where the car definitely isn't going to, I think it will. My calculations, and I've seen a few people do it, but most people are bringing them up higher and not using the back.
Right.
I want to try and get the bedroom on the back. But we are thinking I'm going to put a up and down bed on the front. above
Oh, like in the do in the campers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the space for it, haven't you?
Yeah. That's it. It's just working it round that door. But I might change the door then.
Because the door comes in. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, you could actually do it.
Right there, though.
Yeah, you could do it just inside the door part.
Yeah.
Because when you put the bed down, you're not really going to need to get out the door again.
No.
There is the door in the back anyway, so. But yeah, lowering this floor was an absolute nightmare. But
Be glad you did
I
it.
think I'll be glad I've
Yeah.
done it. We're definitely going to get a shower above our heads, full height cabinets in, full height fridge freezer, that sort of thing.
Yeah, because I mean, I've got plenty of room, but man, I'm 6'2", so
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you're only going
We
to go.
shouldn't lose much.
No.
I'm going to put double skin on the floor as well. I'm thinking of putting some sheeting underneath this box section and then obviously this wood on the top.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of putting the sheeting underneath, getting the spray guys in to come and do the floor.
Yeah, because you need insulation as well, wouldn't you? All
Yeah.
under
On
there.
the floor, and then because the acoustics of this stuff is supposed to be quite good as well, so hopefully it'll. Driving this at the minute is absolute.
A little bit loud.
Oh, at the minute, yeah, because you've got everything exposed.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
sort of what mileage you got on the engine?
We got 13 on the way home.
Oh, that's got.
Oh, the mileage. Sorry,
yeah.
yeah. Mileage was what was it? 580,000.
All right.
Which is apparently these will do 2 million.
All right. Yeah.
Built like.
You say buses are designed really to
Yeah.
stop, start all day long and just keep going, aren't they?
Yeah.
As long as they're serviced.
Old school bus, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an old school bus, and apparently he did about 5 miles a day,
Yeah.
and that's all he was doing in it. And it was mint. I mean, most of them are really rotted at the back. Most of the guys that I've seen do these type of buses, the back's falling off. But ours was just surface rust. It was absolutely.
Yeah, actually, I know a lady was doing a double decker. That's nearby as well. She did a double decker conversion. Her back end was gone, and that's she designed. I think what she put in the back. It was all the back end was all a not bedroom. Bedroom was upstairs. I think they did all sitting room at the back.
Oh, right,
It looked
yeah.
really nice, and yeah, but yeah, she had lots of welding.
Yeah.
But she bought it cheap, and it got transported to where she was doing it because literally all the back end was hanging off, the engine was hanging out. It was just rotten.
One of the coaches we went to look at was like that. Absolutely. Oh, it was
Great if you want them for like a glamping, you know,
Yeah,
park them in a
just stick it
field.
in a field,
Yeah,
yeah.
'cause that's what she did. That's the point. They took the engine out. She bought it cheaper without the engine. Yeah, and then she dropped. That's right. And then she dropped into the bottom where the engine was, and used all that as space.
cool.
So if she needs to move it, she's got to put it on a
Yeah.
lorry.
We did think about a double decker, but one, it was the access, because we're going to have enough access issues. The other one was there's nothing under the floor. You've got more room,
Yeah.
but I don't think you've particularly got more. Most of what we've got is going to go under the floor. All the engineering stuff and the dogs, not all the time, but we're going to have a wet room under the floor down there in the living room areas,
Yeah.
and they can come up into the coach. When they're covered in mud, they've been in the silt and rubbish.
Roxy doesn't like the dogs then.
No,
I think we knew that.
not in here with her.
So,
No.
yeah, so most of what we want, I mean, all the water tanks, all the electrics, everything's going to go under the floors.
Yeah.
Hey, no, hey.
Thought you had something.
I thought you had something then. Far more room.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So how long do you reckon it's going to take you?
Well, it's all changed now because COVID stopped our income completely. We
Yeah.
had nothing. So the money we had that we was going to spend on this, we've been living on.
To survive, yeah. It's
yeah.
happened to a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nightmare.
We've
So
got-
it
we've got-
depends
we
how.
can do a fair bit.
Yeah, there's still a lot of what we've got.
We've got
We've-
paint
Yeah, we've got all the paint's been donated for all the steel because we're from Grimsby. My dad has just sold his boat, his last boat from the dock. So we've got friends down there, and one of the guys that paints all the trawlers
Oh,
on the
right.
outside
Yeah.
with this paint that he's given us. It lasts 5 years on the outside of a steel hull.
All right.
So all this steel's going to be painted
Yeah,
in it.
yeah.
So we'll know. Is it more than that?
Yeah, that's going to take you a while just to paint in here.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger than mine.
Yeah, and I want to try and get as much painted as possible as well, just to
Yeah.
not miss anything. So that's all been done. As I say, so long as I can cut that down and finish the welding off, I've got to get a welder. I've got a grinder which I can manage to cut, but the welder's the big thing. Plasma cutter would be lovely. But we borrowed a plasma cutter and did these 2 bits, and I think I did these 2 bits in one day.
Yeah.
Where the rest of that took me nearly a year.
So if anyone's in the sort of northeast Lincolnshire area, has got a plasma cutter or welder or anything like
Yeah.
that to
That would be
help
ace.
out, even if it's just a borrower, or even come down, pop down and help them and just chop it out. That'd be brilliant.
That'd be fantastic. So yeah, before we need to spend a lot of money, we're reusing all the steel.
Yeah.
We are going to need some steel to. I'm going to cross all these because obviously the big gaps at the minute. So all the floor needs to be crossed, and I've got no steel for that. So I'm going to be looking at either 2-inch angle or 2-inch maybe box section.
Nearly wobbling a
Nearly
bit.
fall off. That's the trouble. Luckily, I'm an
Yeah, we need to
ex-gymnast,
get
so I'm all right.
We need to get a floor down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that's the next thing. We're going to cut these. Once we've got all this lot clear, we're going to cut them and just lay them out.
Yeah.
So they're in place.
Yeah.
And just take the bits up that I need to work on.
Did they get that drilled down and bolted down?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get.
You
Got
could
them.
have like laminate down on top of it or just carpet or.
Probably. You'd like a bit of carpet, somewhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it depends what room it is.
Yeah. Bedroom we might have carpet.
Yeah, it's always nice in the morning, especially in the winter.
Yeah.
I put rugs down so I can.
Yeah.
It does get a little bit chilly on your
we'll
feet.
probably shove a rug on the
Yeah.
living room.
The thing is, probably a hard floor, but then with rugs, because the dogs on hard
Yeah, you
floors
need
skip
to.
about.
Yeah, you need.
Um,
Also, it's easy to clean with dogs though if you
Yeah.
got.
yeah,
just
bit
lift
of,
up.
bit of both sides.
Cool.
I
So
think
yeah,
carpets are cosy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
hopefully someone out there's got some spare
that would be
bits or any camper bits, anything.
I never asked for it in our
Nah.
house because I just feel like you're begging.
Yeah, or they call it this. Is it e-begging? That's what they call it now.
that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. I know a few friends of me, but I think a lot of people are in the same boat with this COVID. It's affected a lot of people, especially self-employed. You know, I know a lot of self-employed people who never got a penny through this COVID, and that struggled, really struggled.
We applied for all these different government schemes to help people in COVID, and most of them within 30 seconds said nope.
Yeah,
Some of them we've managed to get through a fair way, and then they've ended up saying no, but we got nothing. No,
yeah.
no money.
I know. It's just there's just hundreds of thousands of people.
Yeah,
You know, and you know they're trying to bounce back now.
yeah.
So
We just managed to put food on the table by doing some online quizzes. I do a Monday and a Friday online quiz, and we get 20-ish people on that. Been great if we'd got some guys that were doing it. We're getting like 900 people.
oh, yeah.
I was thinking, well, 900. You're only charging £3, but I could have lived on 900 people. Yeah, but yeah, we were getting 20. It was the guys, and the fantastic blessing, the guys that actually come to the pub quizzes that we do when we're in the pubs. Have been so reliable. They'll come on there, they'll pay the £3 for a ticket,
Yeah.
and they're there every single week. Brilliant. It's a nice little family. Anyone comes to join, they don't go, "Oh, you're not winning." They encourage them. They
Yeah.
want them to play. So yeah, so that managed to keep the food going, and we'll cope.
Aye.
I'd like to say we've been through worse, but I don't know now.
Yeah, we'll see what next year brings.
Yeah.
Right, I'll let you get back to doing some work then.
Yes, we'll get these pipes done.
Right, I'll put a link to your channel, everything on this, so then people can go over and subscribe and get them over 1,000.
Yeah,
That'd be a bonus, wouldn't it?
1,000.
But yeah, well, I know on mine there's quite a few people with buses and stuff on my channel because it's
Mainly
Yeah, more on the HGV side, aren't you? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm on a lot of van.
Yeah, well, this is it. So, and anyone I mean, a lot of people now are interested in alternative vehicles. I've noticed that from with mine,
Yeah.
from the jumping from vans to bigger. So yeah, they might be interested in seeing what.
I've actually
Buses
got
like.
a few people that have followed our channel have actually gone out and bought buses now, and
Yeah.
they're asking me where I've been. I mean, especially the electrics, because I took a long time going through that electrics and figuring it out. So I've had a few ask me about that. A few have asked me about dropping the floor, and I've said, to be honest, unless you really need that,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Well, this is it. I mean, hopefully, some people maybe who's done this maybe come to your channel and
Yeah.
drop you some hints of
Yeah, yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah, anyhow.
You'll regret it.
Although I think I've stripped everything now.
Yeah.
A lot of people said it looks like hard work, but it'll be worth it when you've done it.
Yeah,
But
we
the
actually
people that
asked.
have done it.
Yeah, we asked in one of the videos, what do you think? Should we do? I think we were going to leave it as it was and fill. You see the two big ones that was dropped down for the walkway, so you've lost 4 inches there.
Yeah.
So do we fill 4 inches? Do we drop the 4 inches, or do we go all the way and drop about 7 or 8 inches? And 99% of people said drop it, but they didn't have to do the work.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, my backup company, I think, has lost most of this work. I've got bits of it. I am so gutted because that was going to be such
All
a
the videos.
big, all the videos. I've lost all that. We're trying to get it back now. So I'm hoping I can put something together with this, but it won't be as intricate as it was going to be, because there was a lot of like engineering part of it that you had to start making sure that this wasn't going to go
Yeah.
as we went round
Yeah,
the first corner.
well, I mean, you've solid steel framework in the roof. It's not wood, so
No,
that's
it's all, yeah. The only thing
big decking on the roof, I reckon. Got to get all big decking up there, and
I want solar. That's the thing. It's how much solar do we have and how much decking? Because we was going to put solar all the way across, and then thought, well,
We thought about it the other day.
yeah, we see people like you with something like that up there. It'd be great. Turn up at a big open air event and sit on your roof.
yeah.
Um,
Well, mine's sort of 3 panels, and just under a kilowatt, and it runs sort of basically. But then you're into your gaming and compute, your
yeah, we are
PCs,
gonna have a couple of
so
these
they're
PCs.
power hungry. So yeah, you might need a few more panels.
Yeah, and there's going to be a full shower and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But yeah, we'll see. I have started writing all the electrics down as we're thinking about it, so hopefully we'll be able to add everything up and work out what we need. I have got a solar company talking to me about what we need. They will build a system
Yeah.
to whatever I need.
Another one might be interesting. I'm trying to think of his channel now, but Unimpressed Jeff on YouTube, I think, and Facebook. But is it Minivan Adventure? I can't think of his channel. I have to link his channel. But he's doing everything 240. The whole van conversion is everything's 240.
Yeah.
He's having wash machines a lot in.
Yeah, we were thinking 240.
And
plus
not
20.
doing away with 12 volt and going everything
Right.
240.
Right.
It's cheaper to buy the equipment
Yeah.
and for money saved,
Right.
and he can spend more on the build. And he seems to be, he's a bit teched up on it
he
all.
knows what he's talking about.
So yeah, that's maybe for something this size.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was thinking 240 because I'm thinking of batteries on a drawer just there, because at the minute they're under here, but it's just two big
Yeah.
truck batteries. But I was thinking of doing a drawer and then putting some solar batteries
Yeah.
there.
Well, narrowboats, they normally have about four big batteries.
Yeah.
Mine ran on 4. There was 120 amp hour each.
Yeah.
So there weren't many. I mean, that was only 400 and just over 500 amp hours.
Right.
But yeah, mine was fine. I had everything
Yeah.
running on that. That was near enough 240. I had a washing machine, everything on it.
Yeah. It's, we just want to be as much off grid
Yeah.
for as long a period as possible. So we was going to do it quickly, pallet wood, anything that we could scrounge and.
I can get you lots of pallet wood if you ever need that. We've got yards full of free stuff. We give it away.
Yeah. And that was it. We were going to do it like that, and then we started looking at designs and how we was going to have it set out. And then Gemma said, "Do you know, if we're going to do it and we're going to live in this for a good few years,
Yeah.
why don't we really do it?" So that's what we
What, you
decided
blaming
on.
me?
Well, yeah, it was your decision.
No, you said, do you want to do this or do you want to do that?
Yeah.
And I said, I don't mind, but I would rather do that.
Okay. I gave her the options.
Yeah.
That's
Stupid me. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be nice, hopefully. But depending on the money.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's even with me.
Yeah.
I've had that big build. Everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you must be rich," and it's
Yeah,
like,
well,
"No, I'm
that's
broke."
it, you was.
Yeah, I was while the money was in the bank until I paid the bills, and then it's now gone, and I'm
Yeah.
having to work out how to raise money to pay for other things now. It's
Yeah.
like, ugh.
Yeah, that's it.
So-
Yeah, it doesn't last long.
No,
It
doesn't.
Yeah. So,
But no, thanks for that then.
no worries.
And we'll
Thanks
put
for
some
coming.
links to your channel, and hopefully we'll send some people over, and maybe they can offer you some advice, and you can
Yeah,
help
well,
and
that's
help
anything.
others as well.
Yeah, anything that comes up. It's. I mean, we did the piping. I asked. I couldn't solder up a bit of pipe.
No,
Don't matter how many times I tried, I could not solder that bit of pipe. So I asked the plumber
Yeah.
if he'd just solder it for me, and he went. I told him it was in a bucket. He said, "I won't use solder in there." He says, "You can use solder, but it's a special sort of solder." He says, "Just use compression fittings,
all right.
and then you can change the oilage if you get a leak."
Yeah.
Silly things like
Yeah.
that. Somebody
Oh,
just
right.
tells you,
Does
"Sorry,
it?
missus, can't get up the stairs."
No, go get her actually.
I'm going to redo the steps so there's more, because my mum and dad won't be able to get up them steps.
Yeah,
Well, no, there was 3.
Yeah, there was 3, and they're quite high
yeah.
steps, so I'm going to make them into 4, probably 4, just to get down. But yeah, it's just silly little offers of nuggets of information.
Yep.
Oh, somebody told me about the piping that run up and down. Apparently if I take that lot out, I might get overheating in the engine.
Ah, right, yeah.
Because it's all part of the cooling. But it does switch off. So obviously when you switch it off when only the driver's in, you don't want all that heated, it's still kept the engine okay. So fingers crossed that's fine. But yeah, little bits you don't think of.
No. No, the things on my truck, you know, now I've lived in it as well, things that have changed and stuff like that, it's, you know, it's, when you get to the design area, you're probably best if you can find people who've got buses.
Yeah.
I know there's...
What did you find wrong?
Yeah, but just look at other people's layouts. There's Dixie Tribe, I think it is, or Trixie Tribe or Dixie Tribe. They're doing American school bus, and I mean that's worth having a look at because they're at the similar stage what you're at.
Right.
But they're getting ploughing on with it, so and they're full time.
We're going to plough on.
We are going to plough on,
Yeah.
Now we've got it home again. Now we've got it back here. I can just nip out in the morning and do an hour or so and that sort of thing. But it was a nightmare back where it was, so we just couldn't get to it. And then sometimes I'd turn up at the weekend to work on it and the code had changed on the lot.
Oh God! Oh, this is when it was in storage.
It was in, well, it was in a truck yard.
Yeah.
And bless him, he let me keep it there for notes. It was really good.
Oh, that was all right.
It changed. So
Of
course, then who do I call? They're all Sunday. They're all off work, yeah. So sometimes we got to a weekend and couldn't do anything. But no, a lot better here.
Cool. Right.
Cool.
We'll leave it there and put some links in. And we'll see you again when it's all finished.
Excellent. See you in about 10 years.
Her alarm goes off and she gets up to watch the morning news. Doesn't work no more but tells a lot of stories about her youth. Drinks more lately, ain't